Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win. Yeah, refuse. Bond it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Unfazed for myself, JJ, and two-time Super Bowl champion AJ, man. You know, as y'all can tell, he got the Super Bowl shirt on. Fresh off the parade, he went to Philly to go to the parade. And enough about me, man. AJ, how you doing, man?
Oh, my bad, Joe. I didn't even realize I had moved the camera all the way down like that. My bad, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. As you can tell, Joe, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm still on cloud 59, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's been hard to function and think about anything else but the fact that we just won this championship. You know, I'm fresh off of, making a 20-hour, supposed to be an 18-hour drive, but a 20-hour drive out there to Philadelphia to see my team celebrate this championship, man, and a 21-hour drive coming back. So I'm fresh off of all of that, but I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. I know we're going to transition to a lot of basketball today, but I can't lie, man. I'm still on cloud 59, man. I'm still watching highlights. I'm still watching interviews. I'm still watching the media talk about the same stuff I just saw last week. I'm still watching it all, man. I'm just taking it all in, man. I really am. I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure you're feeling great after that debate you started in the chat today. Sure. You know, this man AJ started some chaos in the chat today out of nowhere, right? So make sure y'all become a member so I can be a part of these combos off air. But look, let's get to the show, man. I know you still celebrating football, so we gotta kick it off with some football talk. All right, and it messed me up. There was a guy in our division that came in and made some comments about your team. All right, about your team, AJ. A rival, the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, saying that they were close. You know what? We got a clip for y'all. We're gonna play this clip for y'all and see what that's talking about.
Like, we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we've played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned it and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And those two teams that we battle against each and every year a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten the better part each and every time. To see it in such a dominating fashion, credit to them. It's our turn and it's on us.
AJ, what are your reactions to that video?
That's my reaction, bro. That's my reaction, bro. Now, you know me, right? I have done nothing in recent years but give Dak Prescott credit because, to his point, he has offensively had our number over the years. He has. He has put up great numbers against us no matter the defense that he's seen. But this year, fresh off of a Super Bowl run, given the last time you've seen us for a full season, we split. It ain't like you swept us. We split with you on the field. This year wasn't able to play, and we swept you, right? Given fresh off of a Super Bowl run where we dominated in the NFC Championship game, and then the Super Bowl, we blew out the reigning defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs at the time. This is an asinine comment to make. And if I'm being honest with you, bro, this made me love my starting quarterback 10 times more because Jalen Hurts will never say nothing like this. Jalen Hurts will never say nothing like this. You know, last year the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Philadelphia Eagles beat them in the regular season. Jalen Hurts didn't play amazing, but he didn't necessarily play bad. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Defense played well. We did what it took to win the game. But ultimately, the Kansas City Chiefs made the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. And you know what Jalen Hurts said after the Super Bowl? It wasn't our time. We got a lot to do. We got a lot to work on. This is the team that won 11 games. This is the team that made the playoffs. This is the team that came in second place in their division to the Dallas Cowboys. And he said it wasn't our time. It wasn't our time. The Dallas Cowboys, Joe, they came in third place in the NFC East. This is a lost fact within this conversation. They didn't come in second place this time. They didn't win 12 games. They didn't win 11. They won 7 games this past year with 10 losses. And yes, some of that changes with Dak Prescott in the lineup. Respect to him. But last time I checked, they was playing like buns with him in the lineup. Last time I checked, they wasn't winning many games with him in the lineup. So as an individual talent, I can understand where Dak Prescott's coming from. Hey, you know, I show off when I play these guys. You know, I usually play well. But from a team aspect, knowing deep down you ain't got enough to beat the Eagles that's presently constructed, it's a silly comment from the standpoint of, bro, y'all just won 7 games. And from the standpoint of like, bro, why not continue to put pressure on ownership? Why not continue to put pressure on Jerry Jones? You know what I just said, Joe? Howard Roseman had one of the best off seasons that we've seen in recent years. I mean, he went out there, he got Zach Bond, he went out there, he re-signed JJ Ajae. He had a great draft, drafting 2 rookie corners that was ready to start and play well, had a big-time pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Like, when you consider everything that they added to this team and how they built this roster, I think we could compete with them, but we're not really on their level right now. We didn't make the playoffs. We didn't make the playoffs. So I think there's a lot for us individually to improve on as players. I think there's a lot for the organization to do too. Maybe you don't phrase it that way. I just say something along the lines of from top to bottom, there's a lot for us to do to get to the level that the Philadelphia Eagles are on right now. Super Bowl champions, defending Super Bowl champions. Not, I mean, when I see them, I usually beat them. Dak Prescott, I got news for you, bro. I got news for you. You're right. When you see us, you do your thing. What has that resulted in? First round exits, divisional round exits. Half the time, we not even get issue. It's the San Francisco 49ers. That's the issue. It's the Green Bay Packers. That's the issue. To get to our level, close to the Eagles, it means you have to win the Super Bowl. At least get to the Super Bowl. Heck, Joe, can I get an NFC championship berth? Can I get an NFC championship berth? Something that we've done twice in the last 3 years, Joe. Something that we've done 3 times in the last 7 years, Joe. Can I at least get that? Before we say you're close to the Philadelphia, I just think it's just so, I think it's so funny. I just think it's so funny, Joe. I think it's so funny, man. And like I said, I take joy in this. I sat back, I listened to, he not the only one, Joe. I sat back and I listened to Amon St. Brown say, we're going to ruin them. We're going to see how they look like when they play a real defense, a healthy defense. Excuse me, sir, did your quarterback not just throw 4 picks? Did he not just throw 4 picks?
Fox 5.
I mean, come on now. Did he not turn the ball over countless times in the divisional round against the Washington Commanders? 5? Was it 5 turnovers? I mean, so it wasn't. Yes, Jaden Daniels in the offense played well. I'm not taking nothing away from the Commanders, but what I'm really getting at is your quarterback was really the biggest issue in that game. It really wasn't your defense if you was really watching the game objectively. Now, I know you was playing in it, so you might have a different perspective. You don't want to throw your quarterback under the bus. But go out there against Philadelphia playing the same exact way you played against Washington. I promise you it'll be the same result. We see teams turning the ball over Philly. They don't win against this Philadelphia Eagles team. So I think it's a lot of jealousy. I think it's a lot of envy. I think it's a lot of, man, I think we could have did. Man, I think this. Man, I think that. No, we dominated since the bye week. The Philadelphia Eagles dominated the National Football League from start the bye week to finish. And none of you teams are on our level. None of you teams can see us. None of you teams can beat us. Try again next year. Try again next year, bro. Because right now, this is where we at with it. Right now, this is where we at with it. You know what I mean? This is where we at with it, Joe. That's all I got to say, man. That's all I got to say, man.
Hey, bro, respect to y'all, man. I feel you. I'm cool with that. Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Hey, look, you made some good points, man. I want to say you had a good point. Well, I'm gonna get to your point in the middle of my points. So when I first heard this, AJ, I'm not gonna lie. I like Dak saying this because he's a political guy. He says all the right things. You know, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. He actually came, except for the one time he said Super Bowl. I feel like he was pressured though. He said, "What's the first thing come to your mind? Super Bowl." Like, you know, he was pressured. But this one, I felt like when you watch that, he looked like he believed what he said. Like he actually believed, like, we're not that far from the Eagles. I know you compared them to how Jalen Hurts responded with the Chiefs, right? When the Super Bowl, that's different. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Hurts wasn't beating up on the Chiefs, nothing like that.
It's not a division rival. I get it.
Yeah, division rival. They didn't ask him. I get it. Y'all won a Super Bowl, right? But when Dak was questioned, how far are you from y'all and the Eagles? He like, yo, we not that far. And how I looked at it was, and I told Tom about this on the show, is that like Dak was the reason why they couldn't like get further. So him saying that, hopefully for me is saying, not for me, for the Cowboys, but hopefully it says to them like Dak is saying to himself, yo, we had teams to get there, but I've been holding us back. We close. Tom, don't get mad at me, man. I didn't want to unleash the clip to you last show, but I gotta do it now, man. I'm sorry. The difference between the Cowboys and the Eagles, right? First of all, it's a lot of things. We saw Alcho. We talked about this in the chat, right? Alcho came on and said they are a D-line away, a this away, a that away, a this away, a that away, a that away, a that away. I mean, he named a whole roster. I'm like, dude, they're not close. Because Howie has been working on this roster for multiple years. But let's talk about this Cowboys run. Not Cowboys run, this Eagles run. 2 Super Bowls in a 3-year span. What have the Cowboys done in this same span? Because the Cowboys had won the division twice, right? No, once in this span. Y'all won twice and they won once, right?
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, when y'all won, right? Yeah, when y'all won a division and they were right behind y'all. No. Hold on. I'm missing something up. They won a division.
We won in
when they lost to the foot. Okay. I'm actually gonna take it back 4 years. We're gonna do 4 years. All right.
Okay.
I think I'm doing 4 years. I think I'm doing 4 years. All right. I think I'm doing 4 years. When Jalen Hurts lost to the Buccaneers, that on the first time, I'm gonna start from there. Okay. So the 49ers. So Jalen Hurts lost to the Buccaneers. Boom. We know what happened. Okay, cool. That same year, the Cowboys were the #1 offense in the NFL. #1 offense. Dak Prescott broke the TD record for Cowboy history. They play the 49ers in a playoff game at home. What happens? Dak Prescott, #1 offense. Do you know in the fourth quarter, AJ, the score was 23-7? 49ers? Like, you the #1 offense. Now, AJ, as much as I get on you about Jalen Hurts, the defense. I mean, I get it. 23 points is not like 5 or 7 or 11. But 7 points when you're the #1 offense, there's no excuses for that. And you are home. So they end up losing that game. Dak ended up with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. So I put that loss on Dak because the offense didn't show up. The next year, y'all win the division, right? You win the division. But the Cowboys win 12 games. They look pretty good. They go into Brady World. That looked amazing. He goes in there and throws all these touchdowns. Yo, I came on R2L and say, Tomo. Shout out to my boy Tomo, a Cowboy fan. It's the most realest Cowboy fan I probably know, right?
Facts.
He is. He's not delusional. Sometimes he could be, and he will say it when he is, but you know what it is. I said, Tomo, all Dak got to do is be okay. He don't have to be great. Just be okay. And then even if y'all lose, I won't kill him, bro. Just don't lose y'all the game. Just don't be bad, right? One thing you say about Jalen Hurts, he don't turn the ball over. He does what it takes to win. That's what you say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Against the Green Bay Packers, against the Rams, what Jalen Hurts do? Didn't turn the ball over, right? What Dak do in that 49ers game, AJ? He turned the ball over twice. And they lost 19-13. Don't you think if he didn't turn the ball over, they probably would have won the game? So Dak be losing them games. So that's 2 playoff games in this Eagle stretch that Dak was in the way. That defense played well enough. Micah, Trayvon, all them boys, they played well enough against that 49ers team that was really good to win that game, but Dak wasn't recent day. We know how it happened this year. He got hurt and blase. So when Dak said that, I looked at it like, I hope he's going to take responsibility. Like, I'm the reason. But I like what you said, AJ. Put pressure on the ownership. That comment doesn't put pressure on the ownership. That comment says that we have enough people on the roster to win. I didn't think about it like that. Because one thing I like what Micah did, I'm tired of watching my rivals go out there and have good off seasons. We got to be aggressive. Micah came out and said that. Now, when he said that, I was like, thank you. If I want to hear Micah say something, say that. Right. Put Jerry on the spot. So I do agree with you, but I like it. But Dak, you the reason. You got to step up in the playoffs.
And that's why it looks worse, Joe. That's why it looks as bad as it looks to me. Because to me, from a leadership standpoint, I'm not saying that after we just missed the playoffs, bro. I'm not saying nothing like that after we just missed. Now, I might say it behind closed doors. Man, I think we could take them on the low. But I'm not saying that in public. I feel like it's setting a bad it's setting a precedent of, man, we already like that. We just got to play a little bit better. That's not the case, bro. That's Cowboy fans have complained about the personnel for years. I've pushed back quite a bit because I think over the course of years, like you mentioned, they've had teams good enough to make runs. Dak has folded, right? But at this point, given what I saw this past year, bro, like this, if we just talking about this past year, it wasn't all Dak. The team was not good, bro. The team was not good. So to go in front of the media and have this mindset like we right there just because we compete with them, I just think it's silly, bro. Like, how many teams lose in the regular season? Or how many teams go see a championship caliber team in the regular season, beat them, but in the playoffs, it don't look the same? That's something else that's not getting talked about, bro. The Cowboys, it is a mental hurdle for them to get over the divisional round of the playoffs. Whether people want to admit it or not. It's a mental hurdle, bro. It's not easy for them to get past the divisional round. They have had teams good enough. They have not done it. And you comparing that to a team that's done it 3 times in the last like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. 2 times in the last 3 years? That's what you comparing it to right now? Like, there is no comparison. Even if the Dallas Cowboys say Dak was healthy and we split. In the playoffs, are we rocking with Dallas over Philadelphia? No. We're not, bro. Because we know what they are in the postseason. They are not the same team in the postseason, especially if they ain't at the crib. Even when they at the crib, it look crazy. They just got smoked by Green. Now, it's not the same exact team. But the Green Bay, we just beat Green Bay. Jordan Love went out there and had a field day against them, and it was better last year. The Cowboys' defense was better. My bad, go ahead.
I'm going to cut you off, but don't you think if Jalen Hurts would have had 2 interceptions in the first half of y'all Green Bay game, y'all probably would have lost that game? And one was the pick 6?
Come on, bro.
I get a defense of the Cowboys didn't show up, but Dak didn't help. Like, Dak added fuel to the fire.
Come on, bro. Come on. I really, and I know Cowboy fans not going to like this, bro. They not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it. We always talk about what Jalen Hurts has around him. He got the number 1 defense, and he got A.J. Brown. Okay. I really think, and I don't like playing the hypothetical games, bro, but I think the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game if Jalen Hurts is a starting quarterback. At least once in the last 4 years.
Tell me, how many All-Pros I had? Sorry, AJ, how many All-Pros I had this year?
I had to go back and look. I want to say
was it?
I want to say like 4 somewhere around. It was Lane, it was Saquon, AJ Brown, and I think Zach Baum.
Okay. Did you know, AJ, in 2023 when they lost to the 49ers, Cowboys had 9 All-Pros?
Bro. This is why the comment. This is why, bro. And Tomo. Tomo, my dog, and Tomo. No, I have not said nothing about. If anybody has noticed, I haven't said much about Dallas all year. if anything, I've said a lot about the Commanders because they were the team that was kind of in the way of us winning the division. So I usually focus on who's important. Dallas has been important to us for years. We're going to talk about them. They weren't important to us this year. Commanders were important, so we're going to talk about the Commanders. I haven't said much about Dallas. I haven't had much of slander for Dallas. And I've said I think they're going to be back next year. I think they're going to be back to winning 12 games next year. That is what I said. But then you got guys throwing themselves in the camera like this, saying that they close to a team that just won the Super Bowl, bro. Because y'all beat us in the regular season. Last time y'all beat us in the regular season in 2023. not even this year. Y'all beat us in the playoffs last year. We know what that team was last year. Come on, bro. And again, last thing I was saying, we can move on. Joe, again, they came in third place, not second. Y'all gotta get past the Commanders next year before you mess with the big dogs, the champs. Before you mess with us, bro, you gotta get past the Commanders, bro. You gotta make sure that you have a better offseason than them because they gonna we know they gonna re-up this offseason. We know they gonna build. Jaden Daniels on a rookie contract, bro. He ain't signed for 50 M's yet. So we know they gonna re-up. So y'all gotta right now. You talk about being close to us. Y'all competing right now for third place in the NFC East, bro. That's the reality of it, bro. That's the harsh reality. We might be close to the Eagles. Okay, say y'all split with us, but y'all still get third place in the East. Y'all still close because y'all beat us once. Think like, bro. That's what we talking about. That's why Dak couldn't be my quarterback, bro. Because not only do he come out, he say stuff like "poor honey on me," and then he lose. He come out and make statements like "we close to the Eagles, even though we just missed the playoffs." Come on, Dak, bro. Come on, bro. Be better, bro.
I'm with you, though. I'm with you. You know, I'm with you. And your comment about the regular season, Bills and Chiefs. Perfect example, bro. Every year the Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season, bro. But playoff time is different. And this got something to do with what we talked about in the chat. And Dak is a perfect example of that. So it's like, well, Dak is not really, because in my mind, sorry, Tomo, you in the comment section. Dak, right? It's not about you, Tomo. I'm sorry. It's really about the Cowboys. Like, to be real, Dak Prescott, AJ, how many regular season games you know that's non-divisional that Dak went up against another league quarterback and he balled out?
Elite quarterback?
Hey, you can't think of one, bro. And he won. You can't think of one. Like,
I don't know if we considered Tom Brady still when he beat Brady. Brady wasn't really elite at that time.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, I don't want to sound like a Dak hater, all right? But the Bucks was 7-9, or 8-10, or 8-9, some crazy like that. You know what I mean? So, but the only quarterback I could think of on the top of my head, maybe y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that he outdueled with Justin Herbert. But Justin Herbert ain't elite himself. And when you watch that game when they played the Chargers that year, Justin Herbert was fumbling the bag. Like, he didn't play good. He did not play good that game. When he played Mahomes in the regular season, he lost. When he played Josh Allen, he was horrible. When he played who else? When he played Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, he lost. Played Aaron Rodgers in the regular season, they lost on Thanksgiving. Remember that? I think it was Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving, they lost. So when he goes up against good competition, he normally loses. So a bowl game rookie season, okay. He beat Aaron? Probably did. You know?
I mean, and I give him credit. He did beat us in 2023 with a healthy Jalen Hurts out there. He did.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he considers. I don't know some people don't consider. I don't know if he considers. You said the division. Oh yeah, you said that. Okay.
He balls out because the NFC East, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because the reason why he didn't win MVP because all his wins was against he didn't beat a really good team. When he beat the Seahawks, we do a parade. We was like, that's what I'm talking about, Dak. That's what you gotta do against the Seahawks, against Geno Smith. But when he went against guys like the 49ers and stuff like that, he didn't look great.
I think he has to look at the question differently. I think he was looking at the question as how close are we to the Eagles? And that's the question. I get it. What he really should have been thinking of the question, like how he should have been thinking of the question should have been, how close are we to being Super Bowl champions? That's what it should have been, because that's what the Eagles are.
Yeah.
They're Super Bowl champions. How close are we to that? Y'all ain't close to that. I'm sorry. Y'all are not close to that. You might feel like you close to Philly because we a division rival. And y'all are not close to being Super Bowl. Y'all not close. Come on, bro. They're not close. And they don't have enough right now in place to compete for a championship. And again, like Thomas said, that's a better question. But bro, the Eagles are Super Bowl champions. That should come to mind. How close are we to the Super Bowl? How close are we to the Super Bowl champions? We are not close. Bro, we are not close. We are not close to the Super Bowl champions.
Yeah. Bro, look, I'm not on the field, but when we did the show, what did I say? I said us getting blown out, it showed that, like, yo, we got some work to do. Like, we got work to do. And the Cowboys,
come on,
I don't think me or AJ put the y'all season on that. Y'all just wasn't good enough.
They weren't good. They wasn't good, bro. Y'all they need more. They need more, bro. They undeniably need more. So for him to say that, it's putting more pressure on him, and we know he don't handle pressure well.
That's the thing, man.
It's putting more pressure on you to deliver next year, right? And less pressure on where the pressure should be. Jerry Jones, let's get some pieces in here next season to compete with the Commanders first, and then compete with the Eagles.
Bro, everybody who don't want to play with Dallas. Think about it. Like, people want to go to Dallas, but Jerry don't be signing them.
He don't make the moves.
Anyways. Yeah,
enough of Dallas. Move on to basketball. Move on to basketball, man. Joe, I don't know. Do you have?
I got it. Got you.
Which? Okay. We're gonna move on to the championship guarantee. You got that one?
Championship. Yes, I do.
You got that clip?
I got you.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so Draymond Green came out and guaranteed that they were going to win the NBA championship this year. Joe, go ahead, roll the clip.
Let's get it, man. What Jay want to talk about?
First this year, and since he's been here, we've walked into every game thinking and believing that we're going to win that game, and that goes a long way in this league. When you walk in the game like, we probably going to lose this game, it's not good. And so he's brought back that belief, and I think we're going to win the championship.
Say that one more time so that everybody here can
say that with your chest.
I didn't hear you. My earpiece.
Because they added Jimmy Butler III. So what did you say? 81. I'm sorry. I said I think we're going to win a championship, but I lied. We are going to win the championship.
Wow.
That's what's going to happen.
Joe, I gotta ask you, man. How you feeling about those comments from Draymond, man? Valid, invalid, out of place, out of pocket? How you feeling about those comments, man?
I don't know if y'all heard the crowd afterwards. First of all, let's set the scene. They are in San Francisco.
Yup.
All right, let's start there. Draymond's not an all-star, so he got to get his claim to fame somehow. He's on there, and Dray, sometimes as people, we are in the moment, and we say things. He first said that Jimmy Butler, when he showed up, we feel like we could win every game. And that changes some things. And Draymond's a winner. He's used to winning championships. He been through a time when he was winning. They lost. They brought in KD. And then they were winning. KD left. They weren't winning. They actually were a lottery pick. And then they actually won a championship. So Draymond believes that they can. He believes they can win a championship. I'll give Draymond that. But do I think they could win a championship? I want to pick them. Nah, I'm not going to say that. Now, I'm not going to call him crazy, AJ. I know it sounds crazy today, but I'm not going to call him completely crazy because we have seen Jimmy Butler. First of all, Steph Curry can play with anybody. All right? Steph Curry is the perfect piece. Him and Kevin Durant are two people in the NBA. You can put them on any team in the NBA and they will be better. It won't be they fit issues. It won't be none of that. It won't be none of that. All right? So I do think that he has a point because Jimmy Butler with the Miami Heat team with lesser talent, beating the team that won the championship, which is the Boston Celtics, beating them, psychologically got their number, but has overachieved in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler I'm talking about. Now he's going to the Golden State Warriors, who already have the championship DNA. You know, they got Steph Curry, who's hungry for a ring. Jamal Green hungry for a ring, XYZ. But do I personally think they're going to win the championship? No. I'm still going with OKC. I think if they line up with OKC, they line up with, I'm going to say OKC. I know you like Minnesota. There's teams like the Denver Nuggets. I think they could potentially beat those teams in the 7-game series. All right, because of the championship pedigree they had, Jimmy Butler's grit, his hungriness, all that stuff. But OKC, I think they're the clear favorite in the West. I'm gonna say he's crazy because they're not the favorite, but I'm not gonna think I honestly don't think he's crazy because they have the experience and everything, and they added Jimmy Butler. People thought that won't be a great fit, but playing alongside with Steph Curry, what the Golden State Warriors need when they get to the playoffs. First, they gotta get to the playoffs. Start there. When they get to the playoffs, they need another guy who can get a bucket outside of Steph to relieve the stress off of Steph. I remember when we played the when we played the Warriors in the playoffs, they were Steph or bust, literally.
Yep.
Like when Steph was on the floor, their plus minus was crazy, but when he's off the floor, it was so ugly. Game 7, he played every minute and dropped 50, literally, right? Against the Lakers. Steph or buzz. If Steph wasn't doing nothing, they were getting literally blown out. Y'all were blown. Every team y'all won, I think y'all blew them out. So with Jimmy Butler, it adds another scorer, adds another leader, adds another guy with grit. So I'm not mad at him saying that they will win. I am mad at him saying with attention. He's the wrong guy saying that. Now Steph got to back it up. But I do believe he believes that they're gonna win that championship.
It's just I'm laughing at now Steph got to back that up. Like you get Steph got to back that up now. I'm glad you started out with saying let's set the scene because in that spot, what you supposed to say? We not gonna win. You know what I mean? Like of course you're gonna say that. Like we gonna win the championship. You know we got Jimmy now. We this, we that. We gonna win. I honestly can't wait to get to the other comments he made. I can't wait to get to that because I'm trying not to segue into that. But Joe, I respect Jimmy Butler, his playoff pedigree. Everybody knows how I feel about Steph Curry. They're not winning no damn championship this year, bro. It's just like, bro, y'all not winning no championship this year, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Number one, they in the 10th spot in the Western Conference. They got 9 teams ahead of them, bro. And out of the 9 teams, give me OKC, give me the Grizzlies, give me the Nuggets, give me the Lakers. And we're gonna talk about Minnesota in a little bit. So I'm not gonna pick on that yet. We're gonna talk about Minnesota in a little bit. But I easily listed 3-4 teams that you gotta go through, and you might have to see them at this rate in the first round. In the first round, bro. Now, do I think they have the potential to beat these teams? Sure. But I don't think they're good enough to beat these teams in a 7-game series, bro. And one thing I'm curious to see, I'm really curious to see this, bro. I was talking to my guy about this earlier. Jimmy Butler in a specific role has been sensational. When he's the main guy, number one option, give me the ball, I'm taking over. I'm curious to see. I'm not really doubting that it'll work, but I'm just curious to see him in that second option role trying to figure it out in the playoffs. Because regular season is one thing, right? Regular season, it is what it is. We're figuring it out. Steph have a day, then I have a day. But those close games, right? You got it going, and Steph got it going. What direction we going in, right? Should I take over now? Should I not take over? You know what I mean? We saw at one point, and I know, I'm not making an excuse for him, but we saw at one point, Bron and D-Wade have an issue when they first chased their first championship because LeBron was in the mindset of like, yo, I'm still deferring to D-Wade like crazy when it matters. So really, I should be the one taking a lot of these shots. It took a full season and an off season to work that out for them to be what they were. It would be one thing if Jimmy Butler joined the team at the beginning of the year. and they had time to have these conversations, work it out on the court, and they've had all year to work this out. But you add the man at the trade deadline, expect him to fit in perfect enough to win a championship? I don't see it, bro. The 1-2 punch is cool, bro. Do I think the 1-2 punch is going to be better than Luka and LeBron? Maybe I'm a biased Laker fan. I pointing the wrong direction. Still thinking on my birds, man. But do I think they're going to be better than LeBron and Luka? I don't, bro. I don't. Do I think they're going to be better than, Shea and Chet? I don't see it. Denver always going to be in the mix, and they don't have no answer for Jokic, bro. I don't care what Draymond talking about. You match up with Denver, Jokic is still going to give y'all work. So, while I appreciate we going to do this, we going to do that, bro, and as quiet as it's kept, bro. And let me just fact check this real quick before I say it, because ITES been telling me one thing, and I know it's been a lot of pressure on them this year, man. Steph ain't played that well this year, bro. I love Steph. Steph is one of my favorite players ever, bro. He is. He's in that top 5 for me. It's like Kobe is Steph, is Paul Pierce. He's in there. But, bro, Steph ain't really been that great this year. He ain't looked like Steph this year. And one can say it's because it's a lot of pressure on him. Another can say it's because maybe age is kicking. I don't really know what it is. But he ain't really looked like Steph all year to me, bro. He had moments, but he ain't been Steph. So I just feel like it's a lot to expect him to do this year. Now, next year, we can have different conversations. You'll have an offseason to get some more pieces that fit around that nucleus, right? And we'll see where it goes from there, But as of now, bro, from the 10th seed, moving all the way up to wherever you need to get to have a favorable match, because you're going to need a favorable matchup to at least get the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. Bro, I don't see it. And I respect playoff Jimmy, bro, but no, bro. It's too many great teams in the West. It's like when Stephen A said, the moment the Mavs traded Luka and they got AD, and now you got AD, you got Kyrie, you got Clay. They're now the number 1 seed in the West. Huh? Yeah, it was a nice seed in the West at the time. Nah, they the best team in the West. Come on, y'all, bro. We ain't just going to keep on disrespecting OKC like this. We're not going to keep on disrespecting Houston. We're not going to keep on disrespecting Memphis. We're not going to keep on disrespecting the top teams in the West like they haven't had full seasons to build chemistry and be those teams, bro. Y'all not beating those teams right now. That's just me, though. I respect the confidence. That's Draymond every year, though. When does he say we're not going to win? But
true.
No, bro. No.
So what I would say, the LeBron and D-Wade comparison, D-Wade and LeBron are different sizes, but kind of the same player.
I get that.
Jimmy Butler and Steph are 2 totally different players. They actually match together perfectly. I don't want to say perfectly, but they match together. They can make it work. Steph can go with anybody. Also, Steph Curry, you're right, he hasn't been playing well. But since Jimmy Butler came to the scene, 34 points, 38 points, 25, 27. So he been playing good, and they 3-1. They only lost 1 game since Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler been averaging over 20 both games and been super efficient in both games and getting to the line 10 times a game. So that's good too. But it's still early. It's still early. Also, Jimmy Butler, he's shown he's been a player that went to the play-in and got to the Eastern Conference Finals to a Game 7.
That's the East, though.
Hold on. Sorry. Not Game 7. Got to the finals. But he beat Boston. You're right, it's the East. Beat Milwaukee first round. Giannis digging here, I'll give you that. Beat the Knicks 4-2. Beat the Celtics. Was up 3-0 on the Celtics. And the Celtics had to come back and win. So I get that. It's the East.
And JT got hurt in Game 7. Can't forget that.
He did.
They was about to blow that series, bro. It was about to blow that series, bro.
Hey, I'm clipped up calling. I say if there's a team that can come back from 3-0, it's this one right here. Right?
Man, seriously.
But if you look at the West, though, let's be real. Am I picking the Warriors? No.
Right.
Thunder, still young. Never made to the finals before. They did lose to the Mavericks last year. They got Luka, though. That's different. Grizzlies, Ja. I mean, Is he gonna be healthy? Like, you tell me.
That's
When they
fair.
played the Warriors last time in the playoffs, they were balling, but he got hurt. The Nuggets are the Nuggets. Let's see who they match with Nuggets. Nuggets might lose to them Timberwolves again. I don't know, right? The Rockets, great defensive team. Offensively, are we gonna really think Jalen Green gonna carry them to the playoffs?
That's fair.
I don't think so. All right. I'm high on the Rockets, but not too high on the Rockets that they are a championship caliber team yet. They need a guy that's going to get them there. The Lakers, that's still up in the air. I don't know what they're going to look like when come playoff time, tell you the truth, defensively, right? But Luka and LeBron, though, that could be nasty. Right? I know. I see
We gonna talk.
Then you got the Clippers. You know, I mean, good defensive team. Offensively, do we trust James Harden? Especially against Steph Curry in the playoffs? Do we really believe that? And the Timberwolves, y'all got some internal issues right now. I mean, Jimmy Butler's playing like he's wearing jeans. I mean, that's what Anthony Edwards said. You know, so you get the Mavericks King. So my whole thing is, I don't think it's crazy because that he believes that. But all I can say right now is, Draymond, we watching y'all. Like, we watching y'all. If y'all don't get far or win, we're going to be on your line, big dog. That's all I got to say. And you might take another hiatus from your podcast.
That's a whole nother conversation. But for me, it's not crazy because Jimmy is a great playoff performer.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Steph is Steph. And we can't forget about Buddy Hield. So I like what I've seen out of Buddy Hield in this, this year. He kind of hit or miss here and there, but he have his moments. So I like how he spaces the floor and all of that. But, bro, it's one of those I got to see it to believe it. Even to his defense, in 2022, I felt the same way. I did. I said, bro, they're not winning no championship, bro. I ain't see it. But Steph went crazy. Andrew Wiggins was playing out of his mind. Draymond had some moments like they did what they needed to do. And even they said they was going back to the locker room laughing because they couldn't believe that they was making the run that they was making. They couldn't believe it. Themselves, like, I can't believe we doing this right now. Yo, we about to win the finals. I can't believe we doing this right now. It's Steph or bust. And then Andrew Wiggins stepping up playing out of his mind. This is unbelievable. So, like, I don't know, bro. I gotta see it to believe it. And I really don't think, depending on the matchup, bro, say they get in there as the 8th seed, I don't think they beaten the Thunder. I think the best chance they got, bro, is if they finish
7th.
Bro, yes. Okay. But the best chance they have right now is finishing 7th and beating, or finishing 5th and playing the Rockets. So 7th or 5th, that's the best chance they got. Bro, if they play the Thunder, the Grizzlies, or the Lakers in the first round, they are going home. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
I know people like, how's Bron and bro? When Bron and Luka figure this out, it's gonna be dynamic, bro.
See,
and then you got Austin Reeves taking a step too, bro.
Here's the thing about LeBron and Steph. One thing about the Golden State Warriors, they can out experience a lot of these teams. They can't do that with the Lakers.
Yep.
Because LeBron, and that's how I looked at that year when y'all beat the Warriors. They out-experienced the Kings. They can't do that with the Lakers because the Lakers got LeBron, bro. Like, you can't. You have to be better than them. Like, you can't out-scheme the Lakers. You got to actually be better than them because they got LeBron James. LeBron James is smart. He's experienced. Everything is slow motion for him. He know what you're going to do. You have to be literally a better team. If you're not the better team, most likely you're going to lose. When y'all beat the Grizzlies, what big man they had? Y'all, they weren't gonna beat y'all. I'm sorry. You had to. The Nuggets are beating the Lakers because they are literally the better team.
Better team, yeah.
Because they got LeBron James, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But look,
so
go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm done with this topic. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just. Like I said, I just reiterating. I gotta see it to believe it. That's all.
I'm cool.
I gotta see it to believe it.
And me too. I'm with the see it to believe it, but I don't think it's crazy. especially the moment he's in San Francisco. Then after he said it, Draymond.
Right.
Draymond, he feeling good. You know what I mean?
Like Draymond funny, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. You don't want to know.
Shout out to Ty.
It's the name.
Hey, you gotta trademark that.
I definitely do. I definitely do, man. Definitely.
Well, look, Tom will hit me up. He said, "Yo, can I get 5 minutes?"
Okay.
All right, let's get him on here. You know, come on, I got you, Tom. You know, I'm playing your role right now. Get you on real quick. Hold on, I got you, Tom. Get the chairs on. It's on in the
Well, what's good?
It's on in the middle.
Now, what's up, fellas? This is my first appearance on Unfazed, so I want to say I had to rep that because y'all was going crazy on my boy. So first thing first, like I said, I only need 5 minutes. Joe, you could have said this on the last show. Come over here, man. You ain't have to do. I expected that from AJ. I expected that because again, they just won the bowl. So again, I just want to address two things. AJ, don't ever say we got to chase the Commanders. All right. Okay, they lost the Cooper Rush, so until they beat Dak, we ain't gotta chase nobody. All right.
Okay.
Now I do agree they will probably have a better offseason because they got that bag and they got a new GM. So I give you that. But I really just want to address a few things here. One, Dak saying that, bro. He says it all the time, bro. He just defends his teammates. So him coming out and saying I feel like we're close to the Eagles is more so trying to uplift the locker room. Outside of hearing Michael Parsons tell Derrick Henry, we would have ruined you if you would have came here. Like, what does that do for the locker room? Think about that. And granted, how bad the Eagles situation was last year, you never heard a player come out and say that to another player. Like, y'all never discredit y'all own players over there. So that's one of those things. So when it comes to Dak saying that, that's why I wasn't mad when he said it. Do you feel like you close to the Eagles? Him saying that, yes, because he's been around long enough to beat y'all. That's why I always say it in the regular season. Now, when it comes to playoffs, if they would have asked him, do you feel like y'all a Super Bowl team? And Dak would have said, yeah, I feel like we close to the Eagles. I'd have cut the TV off because ain't no way. Ain't no way you're going to sit up here and you can't sell that ticket. Jerry can try to, but you can't sell that ticket as a quarterback because I've seen too many games where you either were the reason or you was trying to battle against another reason that your GM didn't put product on the field. Now, let's talk about the 49ers game, right, Joe? Because I see you talking about that 49ers game, right? Hey, let me tell you this. The 49ers, of course, they had the number one offense, right? But the 49ers defense was better that day. They were just better. They were flat out better that day. The Dallas defense against the 49ers, that Jimmy G team, 0 interceptions, 0 forced fumbles, 0 sacks, 3 pass deflections. You tell me what a defense is going to do like that in the playoffs. I just watched the Eagles go through how many teams y'all played? Like 3 or 4 games. Y'all had 10 turnovers. Y'all was just leading. Y'all was just doing y'all thing with turnovers. Y'all playing physical. That's what a number one defense can do because what wins you championships? Defense. Jalen Hurts threw an interception in the Super Bowl, but guess what happened? Let's get the ball back. And what he do after you get the ball back? Scored a touchdown. It's just that simple, man. It's just that simple. And Dak against elite quarterbacks, don't disrespect my man. He beat Aaron Rodgers. He outplayed him in his rookie season. Y'all talking about, I don't know. Was it Herbert? I can't think. My memory's too foggy. I can't think. He beat Russ in the playoffs too.
I mean, to our credit, though, that
rookie season.
That was a minute ago, right?
The Seahawks wasn't in his rookie season though. Seahawks wasn't in his rookie season.
Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Was that his second year?
2018.
That was third.
Okay.
2017. 2019.
I mean, he been in the league for like 15 years, though, bro. So
I'm just saying, though, man. I'm just saying.
Hey, I feel you.
I ain't clowning your man when he lost to Tom Brady his rookie season.
You right. You right. Not that I know, because I wasn't around at that time. So you could have. I don't know. I don't know.
Honestly, I will say this, and I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all show because Blaze over here trying to have his moment. Don't ruin my moment. Trying to have your moment, Blaze. Y'all won the Super Bowl. Let me have mine. All right. So look. When y'all made the playoffs that year, the first thing I said was kind of what I said about the Commanders. Is I said Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. He just needs some pieces around him. Because y'all team was bad that year. I remember we beat y'all bad. I was like, this is not even fair. They need more weapons. And how we do? Get more weapons. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? The difference between the two teams that I'm sitting in between right now is their GM look like they're going to actually go out and get pieces versus what mine did. he actually seen what Dak did with weapons, and what did he do the next year? Every time Dak had a weapon, he took it away. Amari Cooper, got rid of him. We ain't gonna talk about Zeke, but CD, he tried to get rid of him. So again, the offensive line, they started getting old. He never replaced pieces. Howie did what? Every time one of your Hall of Famers retired, found a way to replace it. Jalen Carter is a big piece for Fletcher Cox. Brandon Graham is about to leave. So what y'all got? Y'all got to replace what? You think about what the Commanders are doing right now. Again, Lattimore wasn't supposed to be on the team this year, Joe, and you know that. Y'all started winning. What did GM go do? Go get a cornerback.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Every time it's time for Dallas to do something, Jerry like, well, if you want to be this good and you think you this good, I'm going to take it away and see what you can do without it. It makes zero sense.
See, that's why. Go ahead. I was gonna say that's why I don't make that comment though. That's why. And I understand like uplifting the locker room. I understand you want to keep the morale of the locker room up, but it's like if he been doing that and it hasn't resulted in what you want, which is the ultimate goal of a championship, what am I still trying to uplift y'all for? You know what I mean? At some point, I'm gonna have to listen. If we talking head to head, I think we beat them head to head. We've done our thing. But in order to be Super Bowl champions, we gonna have to do a little bit more, starting from the top on down to the players. I feel like that's how you answer it. Like you might have some type of my bad, Joe. You might have some type of issue with the division. It's a division rival, so you don't want to give them too much credit. I get that, but you got to put it in the context of, man, they just won they're Super Bowl champions though. So in order to get to that point, not only beat the Eagles and win it, you got to beat whoever come out of the AFC too. We're not equipped to do that. So starting from the ownership on down, and he could phrase it in his own presidential way, politically correct way, from the top on to the bottom, we all have something we need to work on. But I mean, head to head, I think, we fare decent against the Eagles. It's probably how he should. I probably would have still clowned him, to be honest.
Of course.
I still had a lot to say, but it sounds better that way. It sounds better that way.
Hey, Tom, I know we got to go in this, but how do you feel about what AJ said? Because, like, he said, why would you say that? Because that doesn't put pressure on your owner. So what do you think about that?
Honestly, that was a good one, because that's the political part of that kicking in. He was fighting 2 fights up there. Him getting cocky, talking, man, every time I see him, I beat him. Like, that was him being himself, and then he snapped back and said, you know what? I mean, they did just win the Super Bowl, but I feel like we can. It's always a we thing. I seen that go out there with no name wide receivers and say, nah, he better than such and such. I believe he can do this. I'm like, Dak, you sure? He ain't cool. Like, remember what I used to say about CD? I'm like, I don't know, bro. But that's just him. Kind of like, it's almost like what Jalen Hurts do with keep the main thing the main thing. See, he says it, but he does it with quotes, so it sounds better. It comes off a little better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it'll come off that way. But everything that you just said, AJ, is kind of what Dak said in that thing. He said, I feel like we're close to the Eagles. It's kind of funny saying that now. They just won the Super Bowl, so you can't really talk about it, counting the records aside. But I feel like we are close because every time we play them, and then he said, because technically it is him, because everybody else, Micah has his games, but Lane be locking him up. So you get where I'm going. Trayvon and AJ, that's a whole nother story. But again, if we talking about the class of the NFC East right now, I would say it is y'all. Then we're going to see what the Commanders do this offseason. Then I can say it might be y'all, Joe. I got to wait a year. Y'all kind of had a Cinderella run. But we all up here can agree it ain't the Giants.
Yeah, no, that's fact. That's 100% fact.
And that's how I'm going to leave it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
hey, Blaze, I do that, Blaze. This ain't my show. I just had to say what I had to say. I'm gone. I see you in the chat, y'all.
All right, Tom. Appreciate you.
Good show, fellas.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get on to the next topic, man. All right, I got you on this one. So,
okay.
Draymond Green. I know you got a lot to say about this one. I mean, he was itching to say it in the last segment. Draymond Green has some comments about today's NBA. How today's NBA is running. Not running as far as commissioner-wise, but how it's played. Let's play the clip.
Basketball no more. I saw a clip not too long ago where Kobe said, like, yo, it's accidental basketball. He couldn't have been more right. It was so refreshing to play against Bron because every possession is like a chess match. But you don't just get that on a regular basis. It's just Who can run faster? Who can hit more threes? It's no substance. And so I think it's very boring.
AJ, what are your reactions to those comments?
Joe, these comments raked my nerves in the worst way. Because there's two sides to it for me, right? And I'm going to get to those two sides now before I get to my actual take. There's the side of, like, as a shooter, there's a side of me that I love it. Like when the Warriors started to shoot the ball at the clip that they were shooting the ball, me as a fan who's a shooter, I loved it. Like, yo, this is great. We seen all these threes, all these jumpers. Like, as I said before, Steph Curry is one of my favorite players all time. And it's in large part because of the three-point shot. That's who Steph is, man. The greatest shooter of all time. You love to see it. There's also a side of me that agrees with Draymond. Like, yeah, the game has kind of been watered down because of all of the three-point shots that are taken. Most notably, in my opinion, Anthony Edwards, who's known for being a slasher when he first came to the league. I'm getting downhill. I'm getting to the free throw line. I'm dunking on cats. That's my game. Mid-range shot. That's my game. He came out this season shooting threes like crazy. Now, he's shooting at a high rate, really high three-point percentage, but he's shooting threes so much to the point where it's like, bro, don't forget what your game is, right? So, to an extent, I get it. I understand. Like, there's a side of it that's boring. But the part that makes me mad is Draymond, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It is your fault. That's the irony in the whole thing. It is your fault that the game has been reduced to this. And you didn't complain about this when y'all was winning championships. You didn't complain about this when y'all was winning championships because y'all was winning the same way you complaining about. I'm sure you feel as though we ran all these screens and all these fancy plays to get Steph open, and so it was more substance to it. And then we did all this for Clay, and it was a bunch of substance to it. And then we brought in Kevin Durant, and it was even more substance. You just play 5 out and let KD ISO at the top of the key, and if you cheat off anybody, that's a 3. Or he just take you one-on-one and dunk the ball. It was so much substance. No, it wasn't. Yet the greatest shooter of all time, arguably the second best shooter of all time in Klay Thompson, and then probably a top 10 shooter, maybe the greatest efficient shooter to ever play in Kevin Durant. That's what you had, bro, in order to win. And so what substance was there? Like, and I'm just being honest, and I'm not trying to dumb it down to all they did was run around and shoot threes, because I know being a basketball head, I know that's not the true reality. But to a lot of fans, that's what it was. A lot of these young players entering the league, that's what it was. Man, the Warriors running around shooting a bunch of threes. To a lot of other NBA coaches, at times, I feel like that's kind of what it was, because we saw the whole game change. The moment Steph started to win championships playing the way you're complaining about, the moment Draymond started to win championships playing the way you're complaining about, the whole landscape of the league changed. Guys like Carmelo Anthony, he going to OKC, he going to the Rockets, and they telling him from open and tap, bro, we don't shoot mid-range shots, we shooting threes now. So what you expect? You're going to get the Trae Youngs and the LaMelo Balls and all these guys coming out shooting 1,000,001 threes. Anthony Edwards coming out shooting 1,000,001 threes because now they think that's the championship formula. You know, one thing that I heard that stuck with me, and it's something that my brother said when I was younger, didn't pay much attention, but then it hit again because it popped up on my timeline like a year or so ago. My brother said when the Warriors was rattling off these championships, he said, bro, I'm rooting for LeBron. I'm rooting for LeBron. I'm like, why, bro? You're not a LeBron fan. I'm rooting for LeBron because if they don't win these rings, this is going to ruin the sport that I love, bro. It's going to be all about running around, shooting threes with no substance, bro. You bringing in a whole generation of hoopers that's going to think the game is all about the three-point shot because it's worth more than the mid-range and the layups and all of that, and the free throws and all of that. You're going to bring in a whole generation of hoopers that's going to be shooting the ball from half court, a whole generation of hoopers that don't think they need real plays. They can just come up and beat Steph Curry because it's hard to be LeBron. It's hard to be Kobe Bryant. It's hard to be Derrick Rose. It's hard to be Carmelo Anthony. These are freak athletes, but it ain't that hard to be Steph Curry. Just be an amazing shooter, right? That's how people view it, right? So that's what he said. And I'm like, man, at that time, I'm like, I'm a shooter. I'm like, man, forget all that. I love seeing that, man. Shoot the ball to the lights out. You know what I mean? Shoot it, But then I heard Iman Shumpert say in an interview years ago, he said, in the locker room between games, we was talking about that. I got to go back and find the interview. I'll put it in the chat, probably post it later. He literally said word for word, bro. Man, Bron and us was talking like if we let these cats win, everybody gonna think this is how you win championships. Running around shooting 1,000,001 threes. They used to get mad, man. Let dogs shoot them threes, man. He ain't finna let him pull up from half court. That's what he finna do, man. This ain't how the game's supposed to be played, bro. Like, let them do that. They're not gonna beat us that way. And then they start beating us that way. And it's like, bro, we really gotta make adjustments to make sure that we stop this train before it really get going. The problem is they went and got KD. They couldn't stop the train at that point. It was rolling. At that point, it's going. And now, again, everybody believes that's the way you win. So I understand the message. But the messenger, one of the main people that is responsible for this, bro, responsible for the way the game is played today, shouldn't be saying this, bro. And again, what makes this worse is you wasn't complaining about this before. I found it ironic when I look at the standings that now you're saying something about it as the 10th seed. Yeah, I mean, we play against LeBron and it's different. It's just so refreshing. Yeah, bro, it's LeBron. It's LeBron, bro. He not one of these new young players that feel like he got to play like y'all in order to beat y'all. But these younger guys, bro, going to play, bro. The younger guys going to play like this, bro. It's something that they didn't think about. They was too busy winning championships, rightfully so. Right? But it was something that they didn't think about. What he's really mad about, before I give it to you, Joe, the league done caught up. The league done caught up to y'all. Y'all can't sit. Oh, my bad. That's you. My bad. Y'all can't sit back and shoot 1,000,000 threes and think y'all gonna beat everybody because they doing the same thing now. Now everybody y'all play shooting 1,000,001 threes and y'all can't. If Steph ain't hitting, it's an L. That's why we desperate to go get another superstar. You saw the reports, Joe. We desperate. Let's hit up KD. Let's hit up LeBron. Let's hit up Jimmy Butler. Let's hit up who. We gotta get somebody because the league caught up. The league said, okay, they value the 3 more than the 2. This is how they win in championships. And if we don't, and it took the league a while, but started to see more shooters in the league. They started to draft more shooters. They started to play more 5-out offense. And now everybody can shoot the 3. Maybe not like Steph, but everybody's shooting it. And you don't have the same caliber shooters that you did when you had KD and Clay. Now it's really just Steph and Buddy Hield. So that's my issue, bro. Like, yeah, you got a point, but it's your fault, bro. Take some ownership, bro. Take some responsibility for the way the league is. The way. And last thing I'm gonna say is this. Boy, you crazy. Boy, you crazy. Boy, you crazy. You crazy in your head, boy. You crazy in your head. My fellow Eagle brother, you will get bucket. You will get scored on, my brother. You will get set back, pull up. My brother, you will get put in the blender, my brother. I'm just gonna put that out there now. I ain't trying to be that guy. I ain't trying to be that guy, man. You know what I mean? But this comment came out left field, and I gotta let you know, bro. It's money. The shot is butter. It's butter. Been butter since I was a kid, man. I'm just letting you know, bro. Just letting you know, bro. It ain't hard to get to my spots on the floor. I'm just letting you know. All I need is a little bit of space, bro. It's money. Ask somebody. Better ask somebody. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Better ask somebody, man. But the floor is yours, Joe. The floor is yours.
Hey, I think you about to address something else, but you addressing the comments. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, Blaze can shoot too, though.
That's fair. That's fair. And I'm sure he a bucket, but to say I wouldn't score a bucket, boy, you crazy. You crazy. You crazy.
Hey, I really thought he was gonna address something else I was gonna talk about. That's crazy. But look, you mentioned the greatest shooter of all. First of all, right message, wrong messenger. Second time Draymond did this in a weekend. First of all, he complained about the All-Star game. Y'all the reason Adam Silver doing this. Y'all the reason. Why you mad? I'm glad he did it. Because now y'all can wake up and play hard. AJ, did you know that the OGs against the Rising Stars was a closer game than an OG versus the global team.
They struggled.
They almost lost.
Yep.
Hey, come on now. So, right message, wrong. I get your point, but wrong messenger. Y'all started the problem. What AJ say? Best shooter in NBA history. Second best shooter in NBA history at the time, right? Arguably the best scorer in NBA history, being coached by another great shooter who at the time was the best free throw shooter in NBA history percentage-wise, Steve Kerr. So, yes, you're going to get a lot of threes and you might win, yes. But it's not how I work with everybody. Now, look, I want to play this clip. I want to play this audio by Oscar Robertson. Not sure you heard it.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Blaze, I got you, Blaze. Blaze had the jumper. And Blaze, we wide open, he might miss. But if he could test it, it's going in.
I respect that.
It's going in. All right. So here's Oscar Robertson replying to Draymond Green.
Draymond says so much, who cares what Draymond says? It doesn't mean anything. People, this is what I mean. One guy can say this, and one guy can say that. The game is what it is. People either like the game or they don't, and I think people enjoy the game, especially if their team can win. And you look at the basketball, it might be boring to him because if he's not passing the ball to Curry, what is he doing? I agree.
Dang. So I get where Oscar coming from because he talks. He does talk so much.
Yes,
right?
bro.
You play basketball, right? I play in the league, right? So we didn't win the championship last league. We actually got bounced in the first round, but we bounced back. AJ, we had our first game on Sunday. We won by 20. All right, okay. I think I posted on IG. You probably saw the message, but the season before that, we went to the championship and we lost right by 4. And the guy that was talking the most. It's one of them sorry dudes, you ever lose to a team and the worst dude, one of the sorry guys on the team be talking about straight like, bro, not saying Draymond is sorry, but that's where this message is coming from. It's like, dog, what are you doing to contribute to the league? Like, honestly, right? Nowadays, back then, I get it. You was a main part of a dynasty. Mm-hmm. We talking about today. What are you contributing to the league today? If anything, you're in the league, you're in the headlines for more of the wrong reasons than the right reasons, So I do get his point though. Like threes are when you watch a basketball game, like Anthony Edwards is a perfect example. The Timberwolves are a really good 3-point shooting team, right? They get up a lot of threes. They put emphasis on putting up threes, right? Anthony Edwards, I think he broke a record for the Timberwolves in 3-point made, which is crazy. But field goal percentage total, the Timberwolves like middle of the pack. It's crazy. So how it's like you live and die by the 3. That's the Celtics motto. Yep. But the Celtics are unique because they got a starting 5 who all 5 of them dudes can shoot. Mm-hmm. And all 5 of them dudes could play defense. All 5 of them guys could get a bucket. But how many teams do you know that are live and die by the 3 that win a championship that don't have something that's abnormal? Like the Warriors had Steph Curry. You know what I mean? When the Bucks won, they want to live and die by 3. Y'all not a 3-point shooter for real. When the Bucks won, when the Lakers won, they want to live and die by the 3. But when the team that won that, we won that shit. The Celtics won last year. Like I said, they all started 5 got 3-point shooting ability. Denver Nuggets, they want to live and die by the 3. So to win like that, you do have to.
Denver shot a lot of threes.
They should
KCP, Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal. They put them up.
They do put them up, but when you compare it to like the top 3-point shooting teams in the league, they not the top 3-point shooting team in the league right now. This is the NBA we live in today. But the Celtics were like number 1 in 3-point attempts, like that. Something crazy. They were an anomaly though because of the team they had. The Warriors were an anomaly because of the team they had. But that's not how you win a game. And also, it is kind of it is frustrating watching the game like that when every single possession is a 3-point shot. But I wouldn't say the game is boring though. I still enjoy watching basketball in the playoffs. Yeah. Regular season, it does get boring because you can see like guys not being as intense as it is in the playoffs. But in the playoff basketball, AJ, it's really exciting. I'm not gonna lie. And you can't get mad, Draymond. I get it. I played against LeBron. It was a chess match. if I could beat you playing checkers, why am I playing chess? Let's be real. Like, if I could beat you playing checkers, why am I playing chess? You are, like AJ said, you are the 10th seed, and you're making these comments. If SGA, who don't shoot all the threes, came out and said this, I'd be like, right on, brother. But Draymond Green as a 10th seed? Get that out of here, bro. Come on, Draymond. You know, he was on TNT. Like I said, he had a crowd behind him. Well, no. This is an interview. This is a comment. So this is Draymond being Draymond, bro. So all I know is you better back up your comments about y'all going to the championship. That's all I gotta say.
Man, and like you said, it's gonna be on his teammates more than it's on him. And I'm not gonna be, Oscar is who am I to disagree with Oscar Robertson?
He do be hating sometimes though.
Like Oscar be on some other stuff, bro. He really do. Draymond does more than just get a ball to Steph. I mean, he tried completely dumb his game down. Like, we know he rebounds, we know he defends, we know he's the emotional vocal leader. He is valuable, bro. But like, he is one of those guys, man. When you watch the game, it's like Draymond and Steph don't have a day. We know y'all not gonna win, bro. We know y'all not gonna win, bro. Like, so like for you to be the loudest talker on the team sometimes, bro, especially from the 10th spot, bro. Like, there's a reason why y'all was so desperate for a star, bro. If y'all had enough of you on the team, then y'all be right. You wouldn't need to do what you just did, but you gotta go get another guy to help score because you're not a scorer like that, bro. Like, it's frustrating from. It's frustrating coming from. If I was him, bro, I would reverse it and just take credit for it. Like, yes, some people might not like the game, but everybody trying to mimic the Golden State Warriors. That's how I would have phrased it. Everybody trying to mimic the Golden State Warriors, and everybody can't be the Golden State Warriors. That's what I would have said, bro. Instead of, man, everybody running around shooting threes, it's lacking substance. Bro, are you sick? I know my brother heard that somewhere and was just like, I know, even though he just gave credit to Bron, I know Bron somewhere like, come on, bro. You cost me championships playing like that, bro. What? You cost me rings playing just like that, bro. Bro, I don't care what nobody said. When you watch the Golden State Warriors, specifically, maybe it was more substance when they had Harrison Barnes. It was more going on when they had Harrison. When they added KD, bro, it wasn't no substance to their game, bro. Like, we gotta call it a spade, bro. There was no substance, bro. They didn't run a ton of plays, bro. It was, we are better than y'all, and we're gonna put up 1,000,000 threes. We're gonna get a ball to KD. We're gonna let KD ISO, and don't you dare leave one of these shooters. That's what it was. Don't you dare leave one of these shooters, because you know if you do, you know how this is about to go. And that's how they won, bro. You won 2 championships like that. 2. So it's frustrating hearing him talk like that, bro. It really is, dude. And he's coming across like one of these old heads now, bro. One of these grumpy old heads that, like, I can't believe, man, back in my day, we didn't play like this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, bro. AJ, like, it's just, bro.
Let's be real. Like, okay, I think I said, do I think it's born? Okay. All right.
And I agree with you. Playoff basketball is entertaining.
The only reason why it's boring, I don't think it's a 3-point shooting. It's the lack of
defense.
Yeah, like, because the playoffs, 3-point shooting don't change. Like, it's still a bunch of threes that go up, but the fact that it's physical, it's competitive, we like it. And people's throats get tight in the playoffs, so the threes don't be hitting as much. So the twos are more valuable in the playoffs, right? So, but we still see the bunch of threes go up. And Draymond, these guys that try to, I'm not saying, okay, I don't want to say my words right. I'm not saying Draymond trying to fit in, but it's like him saying that, I don't know, it's like, I'm not saying he's doing this either, but it's like clout chasing. I'm not saying clout chasing.
I got you. Yeah.
I'm not saying clout chasing, but it's like, yo, like, this is what the word is right now in the world. Let me just come on and say it. Because is the league really boring? I promise you, Draymond still watches basketball.
Of course.
You know, when it's NFL season and my team is winning, I watch basketball, but not as much as NFL. When my team is winning, right? But as soon as NFL is over, league pass, let's get it. I'm on it. I'm watching basketball. And it's entertaining. People are way more skilled nowadays. Are you going to tell me that the NBA is way more entertaining than it was 30 years ago? Yes,
if you go back 30 years, yeah.
30. I had to say 30. 20 is a little different because you got Kobe, you got
right. I'm about to say, it's a little different.
But we going 30. We going to MJ 90 days. Today's NBA is more entertaining, way more. And then and another reason why it's not as entertaining as you think it is, like the dunk contest. You've seen everything. Like when somebody get dunked on now, it's like, okay. If somebody got dunked on 20 years ago, oh my gosh! Oh! Today is like normal, bro. It's normal for somebody to get dunked on. It's normal for somebody to get crossed up because everybody is so skilled. That's why it's boring because you're used to it. Like everybody is good, literally. Dunk contest. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I think boring is a harsh word. But like when he said it, there is a side of me that does agree to an extent, bro. Because like, man, you see guys.
It's predictable.
Okay, that's a good word. It's predictable. You see guys running down court, bro, who shouldn't be shooting threes, taking threes, bro. You see guys, man, it's a 4-on-1 break and they pulling up for threes, bro, and missing.
Yeah,
and missing, and that's the part of the game that's like, bro, like.
I was shooting like 5 and you missed 5 in a row. Keep shooting.
Bro, even in the playoffs, there are times, bro, even though playoff basketball is entertaining, there are times in the playoffs, even looking at my Lakers, bro, stop shooting 3. Why we then came down court and then shot 4 threes in a row, ain't make a single one of them, and ain't nobody attacking the basket. Like, I agree. I honestly, truthfully, I don't know about the no substance part. But I agree from the standpoint of it does feel like on a game-to-the-game basis, especially with the younger teams, they are putting, they shooting threes. I mean, it's a 3-point shootout every night. It feels like, and especially in the regular season, in the playoffs, like you said, the defense and the level of intensity ratchets up. So like the threes are going up, but they're more contested. You're not gonna make as many as you made in the regular season in the playoffs, unless you're the Boston Celtics and you got 5 shooters on the floor. Like, that's the only exception. But in most cases, you're not making as many threes. In the regular season, bro, like you said, the intensity is not the same. So guys coming down court, they getting open. It's literally, and like you said, Joe, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Now I watch because we got Unfazed. You know what I'm saying? I'm a professional. I love what I do. I cover the Timberwolves, so I'm watching. NFL is king, bro. I am watching football. I am watching football like a hawk, bro. Like, especially with the Eagles doing it, I'm watching football like a
your
hawk.
team is good. You like
I'm up on the screen, like, what we got today? What we gonna do? Like, it's different, bro. It is different. You know what I mean? So, and the NFL has done a great job. I feel like at one point it was all about. The NFL does a great job. I feel like in evolving. At one point, it was all about the passing game. Now I feel like it's getting back to the running game, and I feel like the defense, it picks up year in and year out. Like some years, it's been like, all right, the defense ain't really the same this year in the NFL as it was the previous year. But then there are some years where it's like, teams offensively really struggling. It looks like the defense is kind of catching up. Whereas the NBA the last few years, bro, it's been. Man, if you have a team full of shooters and a few defenders, you got a chance to win the championship. You got a chance to at least compete for a ring, bro. So I get where he's coming from. Again, like you said, though, I hate it. I agree with you on the cloud chasing part, even though I don't feel like he's necessarily doing that. Bro, he making a lot of comments and he had time on his hands, and he decided to put a bunch of stuff out there to get him in the media, bro. It feel that way, bro. Like, bro, at the end of the day, you was a 4-time champion, bro. What you doing all this talking for? Y'all the 10 seeds. Let's really talk about it, bro. Like, y'all the 10 seed. Why you a 4-time champion in pursuit of a 5th, and y'all the 10 seed? You shouldn't be saying nothing. We shouldn't hear nothing from Draymond right now. You not relevant right now, bro. Y'all not relevant right now. Yeah. But here you go. The NBA is born, and we gonna win the championship. And when we was playing against Bron, it's like, bro, I get what Oscar's saying, bro. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out, bro.
You get both sides, just like the wrong message. The wrong person is saying it.
Exactly. If
Jokic.
If Bron said that, bro, if Bron said this, still,
Bron.
fifth seed in the West.
Bron has said it though, and we didn't push back on it.
If even if Steph, bro, like, but I wouldn't be trying to hear from Steph either. I wouldn't be trying to hear from Steph. Like, bro, Steph, you really gotta get out of here, bro. You really gotta get out of here, bro.
Now, Steph would have said something like, "See, the thing is, everybody thinks they're me, but I shoot at a 40% clip."
Yeah. That's not like Steph to say publicly.
Nah, he won't. But Bron mentioned the league is he mentioned that early this year, and we didn't have a topic on it because we get it coming from LeBron.
Yeah, that's true.
But 2 years ago, I wouldn't get it because he was jacking 3 2 years ago.
Oh, right.
Especially in the Grizzly series. Oh my gosh. Oh, my 35.
And then another series, bro. Come on, Bron, bro. Please. Please stop shooting these threes, bro. No,
but
man.
Draymond is like, bro. But look, I will say this about Draymond before you move on. Draymond did have a moment this year when he had some credibility, and it was against your Timberwolves on the top of the key, down the stretch. Against Rudy Gobert.
He did his thing. He definitely did his thing. Him and Rudy got this rivalry going on, but he definitely took him to the rack. Flush, bro. Like, he definitely did. I
know, watching that, he started shooting the ball too. I'm like, what you about to do? What you about to do? Can't I dunk on it?
I give him credit for that. He do it so rare. It's like, oh, he really about to make a move. Like, Rudy expecting a pass. He expecting a little shovel pass. Like, all right,
I know, right?
I gotta get ready to help off the screen. Like,
if you got it, Draymond, you looking for Steph. Like,
that's why his most efficient play is the fake, and then I'm driving to the rack. That's one of the most efficient plays of his career. The fake, dunk. Because everybody expecting you to pass, bro. Everybody expecting.
He the only person in the league that when you guarding him, you're not really guarding him. You
guarding Steph. Exactly.
That's crazy. All right, let's get it, man.
But last topic of the day, Joe, man. We on here, we rapping, man. Last topic of the day, bro. Joe, at the start of the season, we picked teams to go to the NBA Finals.
We did?
Okay. And to win the NBA Finals. We did. We had those conversations. Now, I know we've been locked in on football, right? Because our two teams, they was competitive. NFC Championship game. You know what I mean? We made it that far, so we was really locked in on that. But on the side, we had them teams that we predicted to make runs. You know what I'm saying? That we was checking in on. All right, what's going on? Let's look at what Boston doing. Let's look at what the Timberwolves doing. Let's look at what, you know what I mean? So, Joe, I got to ask you.
Okay.
NBA Finals pick post check. I love that headline. How do you feel about the teams you picked to go to the NBA Finals and the team you picked to win the NBA Finals? A little over halfway through the season now, post All-Star break. How you feeling? You still feel the same way, or how you feeling?
Listen, man, I got me a bucket hat, a lawn chair, feet in the sun, breeze on my face. I'm chilling. I love my picks. For those who don't remember from earlier in the season, I chose before the first game was ever played, OKC, Boston Celtics. And I felt good. Now let's start with the Boston Celtics. Yeah, Cavs number 1 seed. We all know number 1 seed always win the championship. The Cavs, they remind me of, I don't want to disrespect them, right? Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors. One of those teams that are good in the regular season, but they just don't have that guy that's going to propel them over that elite team like the Celtics team. The Celtics, Porzingis, he has been in and out the lineup. Jaylen Brown has been the normal Jaylen Brown. I am disappointed in the Brown. I feel like he would have taken another step up this year. He hasn't. He's been literally the same guy he was last year. Jason Tatum, at times, MVP caliber player. But then out of nowhere, it's Jason Tatum. But they are a team that are fresh over a championship that are trying to get through the season. So I'm not tripping with the Celtics right now. Do they need number 1? Do they need a number 1 seed? No. But I'm fully confident they will get back to the NBA Finals because I don't see a really big threat outside of the Cavs, but I'm not really confident in the Cavs. So I'm feeling really good about the Celtics. OKC Thunder. I'm feeling really good about them, AJ. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling really good. Now, why did I pick OKC Thunder going into the season? Last year, number 1 seed, cool. What happened was they went against Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving. They lost. I get you that. I actually picked the Mavs to win that series. I did. But why they lose? Experience. First time there. SGA wasn't aggressive enough like he was in the regular season. But, he learned from his mistakes. You see SGA took up another notch. I mean, he's leading the league in scoring right now. He didn't do this last year. He's averaging near 33 points a game, AJ. He sniffed 51 times and touched it twice after that. Like, I like this 50-point game. Also, Chet Holmgren been out almost the whole year, AJ. He barely played this year. Chet Holmgren, he's the X factor for the OKC Thunder. Hold on, my phone acting up. Okay, what's going on? I'm trying to put other stuff. I'm sorry. but OKC Thunder, they got defenders everywhere, bro. Like, I try to talk to people about OKC Thunder, and they try to tell me, I'm like, one thing about OKC Thunder, they literally have defenders everywhere. Like they got SGA is a defender, Jalen Williams is a defender. They got Caruso is a defender, Chet Holmgren defender, and my boy Lou Dort, he a defender. They got a defender that Wiggins is a defender, and Wiggins been balling also. So OKC Thunder, they are one of the youngest teams in the NBA. They got to that playoff experience the first time they had in a long time since KD and them left. They got that out their bucket, and then they lost to the NBA Finals appearance guys in the Western Conference. I really don't see a team in the Western Conference that will beat this team in the 7-game series. When you have a team in the playoffs, you need that guy. When everything is started out, they know your plays. They know what you're going to do. Who's that guy that's going to get you a bucket over and over again? It's SGA. SGA is that guy. So I'm super confident in both my teams. Listen, poker. Listen, I got my cards. I'm not folding at all. I'm keeping them in my hand because I'm really confident that my teams, both of them, will get to the finals.
Joe.
I want to hear it.
I'm trying to get mine together. Trying to get my notes together too. Joe. These boys got me sweating, Joe. They got me sweating, man. They got me sweating, bro. What's going on, bro? Now, I had a ton of success in it with the NFL. That's why it's been fun to rock with them. It's been fun. My birds ain't let me down. Yes, they ain't let me down, bro. But these Bucks and these Timberwolves, bro, what is going on? Let's start with Milwaukee first. I don't think Milwaukee's playing terrible. I don't think Milwaukee is playing bad basketball. When Giannis and Dame is on the floor at the same time, to my eye, they look better than what they did last year. They look better. Their chemistry is developing. Giannis banged up right now, calf soreness. Them calf injuries really be making me nervous. Ever since KD, man, them calf injuries be making me a little nervous. So, yes, take your time coming back. You know what I mean? But my biggest issue with them was injuries. Can they be healthy when it mattered most? And then I was of the impression that going into the playoffs, you was going to have Giannis. You was going to have Dame. You was going to have Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, Brooke Lopez, the whole squad with the shooters. You got Gary Trent and all. You got the shooters around you. And I believe that formula, I truly believe, healthy. Going into the playoffs with that chemistry developed, that formula will be enough to take down anybody in the Eastern Conference. I truly, truly believe that, especially if Chris Middleton, because he has that upside. We've seen it. He has that upside to go off in the postseason, right? And they need that because with Dame and Giannis, they need another guy that can offset things. If you slow down Dame, you slow down Giannis, one of them having a bad game, Chris can be that guy that can draw attention for defenses and make it easier on these shooters. And he could also just be a flat-out great scorer and a pretty decent defender too. A pretty decent defender. Chris Middleton being Chris Middleton coming to the season hurt. He ain't 100%. Then he come back. He playing up and down. And what do? They go trade him for Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is such a wild card, bro. He's such a wild card because I've seen Kuz have some really good games. I have. But at the same time, bro, Kuzma had them games where it's like, bro, what we doing, Kuz? Turning the ball over, taking just idiotic shots out there on the floor, trying to do too much. It's the reason why the Lakers got rid of him. You trying to do too much out here, bro. Now, what I will say about the Bucks is this. I like Kuzma to an extent with this team because I don't view it as a team that is super top heavy. Because it's not like when I looked at for example, the Phoenix Suns last year, you had KD, you had Book, you had Bradley Beal. And to me, that was it. That was the team. That was the team, right? But we saw how far they went. They didn't really go very far. Kuzma can't be your consistent third option, which is why I love the fact that you still have Bobby Portis, you still have Brook Lopez, because those guys can randomly pitch in and give you 20 to 30 any given night. They have those moments like that. So I like that for Kuz because even though there's pressure on him to replace Middleton, in my opinion, it's not really. It's more so of a team effort than it is just him being the third option. Any given night, somebody else on the Bucks can be the third option. So that's why I kind of like it. But he don't have the upside as Chris Middleton, in my opinion, bro. Come playoff time, he don't. So I hated the trade. And I understand Chris Middleton is not healthy, or Chris Middleton is never healthy. I get all that. Giannis be hurt all the time too. And Dame does as well. I would have at least given that team one more shot in the playoffs before I made any moves. Give him one more chance. Moving on from Chris Middleton, bro. I ain't going to completely jump off shit, bro. But as you know, Joe, that was one of the biggest reasons why I picked him to make a run, because I feel like Chris Middleton is that important to the team. So I still think the Bucks are going to be good. But going up against the Celtics or even the Cavs, I slightly agree with you on the Cavs not having that elite piece to put them over the top. But I want to see Donovan Mitchell healthy for a playoff run with this team. You know what I'm saying? Like, as they're constructed now, I think them getting DeAndre Hunter is a big-time piece for them. I think that's going to help them out a lot as far as the overall team, offensively and defensively. I want to see them healthy. But, like, I'm not going to jump off ship, Joe, but the Bucks got me like, bro, come on, bro. Like, don't trade Middleton, right? That hurt. Then you got the Timberwolves.
He dropped the Spencer.
bro. The Wolves, bro. I must admit, even though I say when they traded Karl-Anthony Towns and brought in Julius Randle, I thought it would fit a little better. I knew it was going to be rough. I knew it was going to be a little ugly, but I thought it would fit a little better. Oh, it's been horrendous. It really has been horrendous. And they have played their best ball when the two of them aren't on the floor at the same time. And whether people want to acknowledge it or not, Julius Randle is your second best player. Now, Dante DiVincenzo, sometimes he steps up in that role and he's the second best player, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes Naz Reid steps into that role. He's the second best player, right? But on any given night, bro, you don't know who the second best player is. You don't know who's the next guy that's going to get buckets alongside with Anthony Edwards. That helps you some nights where it's like a defense don't really know how to game plan for you, because any given night the second option could go off, and it could be Alexander Walker. It could be Mike Conley. It could be Rob Dillingham when he's getting ticked. It could be anybody. It could be Julius. It could be Dylan. It could be any of these guys, DiVincenzo. But on the flip side, when it matters most, bro, who is your second guy? Because teams going to double team Edwards all game long. And my biggest issue with the Wolves is they don't play their young guys, bro. You got all this depth. The Wolves got depth, bro. They drafted Terrence Shannon Jr., and I think Dog is a nice young player given the opportunity. Every time he touches the floor, he does something nice. Defensively, offensively, he does something nice. He don't get no playing time. Don't get me started on Rob Dillingham. Don't get me started on Rob Dillingham. You traded up. Everybody knew going into this offseason, Joe, you needed another playmaking guard. Everybody knew that. When you made the trade for Julius Randle, in my mind, the side of me said, okay, this might work because Julius Randle can be somewhat of a playmaker. He's a better playmaker than Karl-Anthony Towns. He just is. What I didn't anticipate is him playing so much ISO ball and him not being a playmaker, right? And so, at least with this team, I didn't like with the Knicks. I understood it because you've been there for a while. But with the Timberwolves, I thought he'd be a little bit more passive. No, he's still the same Julius Randle. He's still the same guy. And especially when Anthony Edwards is completely off, bro. And so ideally, you still have the same problem you had last year, Joe. You need another playmaking guard. And instead of going and trading for another playmaking guard, you draft Rob Dillingham. You trade up for him. You trade up to the 8th pick in the draft to draft Rob Dillingham and don't play him. Bro, if they put a lineup up there, Rob Dillingham, Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, Naz Reid, and Rudy Gobert, they have different results. But they don't want to play this lineup, bro. So I'm out on the Wolves. I'm out on the Wolves. They're not going to. They are not going to the finals. They're not going to the finals. And I just gotta. It's not happening, bro. And I've come to this for the people that are watching that follow Four Wolves takes. Y'all know I've been said this. I was wrong. I've been said, all right, y'all, I was wrong. This is what it's looking like now. We gotta reevaluate our expectations. This Wolves team, it's not happening. I do think them figuring out their ownership situation has helped them a bit now to make big time moves going forward. But as of this season, bro, they're not going to the finals as presently constructed, bro. Especially if you're not willing to play the young guys, man. It's to answer the question directly, long-winded way to answer the question. My post on the Bucks, my blood pressure is rising. It's rising, Joe. My blood pressure with the Wolves, boy, I'm about to pass out. Every game, I'm like, oh my God. Every game, it's over, bro. It's over. It's over for them. I'm not willing to say I was wrong about the Bucks just yet, but I'm damn sure was wrong about the Wolves, man. I'm damn sure was wrong about the Wolves, man.
Hey, you funny. So yeah, the Bucks are 21-16 with Giannis and Dame playing, which is a percentage that based on percentage they'll be like the fourth seed. So look, I'm wishing the Bucks. The Bucks are still alive, you know, but I know you still feeling like you said, like the Celtics are the favorite, and maybe the Cavs too. And I'm with you with Donovan Mitchell. I want to see him also. I think the Celtics are just too good, but the Timberwolves, I would give them credit. They are playing Rob Dillingham more this new year, but not enough. He getting like 15, 16, 17 minutes a game. He need more. He needs like a Malik Monk role when he was off the bench with the Kings. He needs like a 20+ minutes per game. He's Joe, go ahead.
I think he should be starting, bro.
Oh, so I'm with you on that too.
He should be starting, bro.
But if you want him to be like a firecracker off the bench, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that too. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you need that in the team, right? And Julius Randle, I remember when the trade went down, I was like, yeah. So how I'm looking at y'all, right? Like, just look at y'all last few games, AJ. It's like the Timberwolves, like, so I watch a good amount of y'all games because of you. You know what I mean? It's like the Eagles. You know what I mean? I gotta watch the Eagles. I know I gotta come over here and watch them. You know, do Unfazed with my boy AJ. I gotta watch the Lakers, obviously. And I gotta watch the Timberwolves. And then because you picked the Bucks, I gotta watch the Bucks. All right. But y'all weird. Like y'all weird. I just take it straight up. You beat Dallas, you beat Denver, you beat the Hawks, you beat Phoenix, you beat Utah, you lose to the Wizards. I don't get it. You beat Dallas, you beat Denver, you beat Atlanta, Phoenix, Utah, then you lose to the Wizards. I don't get that. Then you lose to us. Okay, you pick it up. You beat the Bulls, you beat Houston, you beat Portland, who was hot. You lose to the Cavs, I get it. You lose to the Bucks, I get it. But then you beat OKC. Like when y'all play OKC, AGA was terrible from the field early in the game, and he started picking up towards the game. And Anthony Edwards wasn't good either. They both were shooting terrible in that game, but y'all ended up winning that game. So the fact that y'all got Anthony Edwards also, he's a superstar in this league. Mm-hmm. And I know you and Vaughn had your little moment in the chat. That's right, I get into the chats, right? He has picked it up, right? He has been facilitated more. Anthony Edwards, for this team to compete, because they can get out the West if he take his level to it. He got to go to another level. He has to.
He got to go to a nuclear level.
He does. Nuclear. I would say that. He has to go to like best play, like Luka. Like Luka had Kyrie, but Luka was amazing though. Like Luka was average. He averaged the most points, rebounds, assists, still every major statistical category like LeBron did. He had the most in the whole playoff run for the Mavericks. Anthony Edwards got to be amazing like that if you got to get there because he's that special. That's one thing I like about Anthony Edwards. He's a special talent. When you have a special talent like Anthony Edwards, you have a chance to do something special. Do you have a chance to win a championship? No. In the NBA, to win a championship, you gotta have a good team. I can't name one NBA champion that got there and won with barely nothing. That just don't happen. You gotta have a team in the NBA. You just do. So I would say that. And I get it while you're out though on the Timberwolves. I'm looking at the Julius Randle like I said New York won that trade from the jump. And it's showing already. It's showing like the reason why I said New York won that trade, everybody goes with narratives all the time. When Cat was in the playoffs, he had one game that he shot poorly from 3, right? And everybody crushed Cat. He's soft. He's too soft. He's too soft. Oh my gosh. Okay, he might not be the toughest person in the court. But y'all act like he's not the second best player on this court. Like, you act like he's not the second best player on this team. He's valuable on this team. And his presence brings attention. It does. Like, it relieves pressure off of Anthony Edwards. So when y'all got rid of him and brought in Julius Randle, who's injury prone, who would say he will be healthy in the playoffs?
And can't space the floor the same way.
And not just that, AJ. Does he perform in the playoffs? No. He's trash in the playoffs. Julius Randle, I'm not saying he's trash, but you haven't had moments in the playoffs, and I can say that's a playoff performer. I could more so say he's not a playoff performer. He hasn't performed in the playoffs. So getting him was not an upgrade. I get it. I got rid of him because of contract issues and all that. You have to pay him next year and all that stuff. But I get it. But this is a year where y'all going to just have to live through this year if y'all don't make nothing and just flip him next year. I got to get rid of him next year. I don't know how much a year he has left on his contract. But
I think this is last year. Or
okay.
I think this year, and then he got like a player option for next year, if I'm not mistaken.
He got playoffs.
I believe I got double check that. I believe he does though, because that's been talked about. I got pushed back on one thing.
Go ahead.
It was more than one bad Cat game, bro. He was abysmal to start that Mavs series. First 3 games, he was a bro. First 3 games, he was a no show. I mean, my goodness, like they lost that series. Now Ant didn't play amazing either, the host, but they lost that series. Cat was.
I was talking about the Denver game. Denver series.
Okay, yeah, I got you. So that's the one part. I think he got the most scrutiny for how he played in the conference finals. That was crazy. But the reason why they so up and down, number one, bro, I love Anthony Edwards, bro. Anthony Edwards has not developed as the type of leader he needs to be for this team. He just hasn't, bro. And the biggest reason, the biggest signs I see of that is one, how they play against teams that they know they better than. Like the leader has you ready for those teams, man. This team, let's get them out of here. Let's ball out, get them out of here. He come out playing sluggish with the rest of the team, and they follow his lead. He come out lackadaisical against teams they supposed to beat, and then before you know it, it's a game in the fourth, and they struggling to pull it out. But against games like against Boston, against LA, against the best teams in the league, it's normally a great game because he come out the gates balling. He come out the gates ready to hoop because. Hey, it's showtime. We on national television. This is one of the best teams in the league, right? They don't show up against the teams that they're supposed to beat, right? The second thing is this. I really didn't like his comments over All-Star break. That's what they got Wemby for. I don't want to be the face of the league. However he phrased it. Come on, Ant, bro.
Okay.
Come on, Ant, bro. Like, I feel him. I know you don't want to take on that responsibility, bro. But guess what? For the Wolves to be where you want them to be, you might have to be the face of the league, like you said. You might have to be the face of the league. And it's more than just talking a certain way in interviews. It's more than just how you present yourself. It's about every single game you are there and your presence is felt on the court. That is not the case every game with Anthony Edwards sometimes. He's gotten better, but that's not the case sometimes. He started this season off playing terrible. Like, it's just being honest. He started this season off playing bad. And I understand a lot of that has to do with coaching, which is my last point. And I'll get to that in a second. A lot of that has to do with coaching. But at the same time, he could have been better. This is why I could only push back, but so far on our conversation with Von. Make sure y'all join the chats. I can only push back, but so far, because I recognize, Ant, bro, this ain't, come on, bro. You're shooting a billion and 1 threes. You're not putting pressure on the defense. You're making it easier for teams to double team you. I know coach not putting you in the best position, but bro, and then he had the comments out of the game where he was passing the ball quite a bit. They got back in the game, but he wasn't happy about how much he had to pass the ball. I don't want to play like that, bro. He's very young, bro, and he shows that a bit too much. He does. So that is a part of it. And the other part to it is this, besides him and the leadership and how he plays, because he has been better, bro. Coach Finch, man. Coach Finch in these lineups, in these rotations, he's been struggling all year, Joe. All year he's been struggling to find his lineup. And I've been preaching all year what the lineup got to be. Rob Dillingham, Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, Nas Reed, and Rudy Gobert is going to give you your best shot to win the most games because they can space the floor out. They make it easier on Anthony Edwards. You got a bunch of shooters out there. You got a few playmakers out there on the court, and you got an anchor down there in the paint. That is what you need. Allow Julius Randle to come play off the bench. I know he don't want to, but allow him to run with the second unit. If you're really watching the Wolves, you see Julius Randle plays his best ball with that second unit. Why? Because he could ISO up. He could come. He could be the playmaker. He can be the guy. Same dude he was in New York. You could be that with the second unit. But it's hard for him to be that with Anthony Edwards on the floor at the same time and them both do their thing at the same time. It's hard for them to do that because the spacing is off. It's not like Cat, where Cat can go to a certain wing and just wait for the three, or go to the corner and just wait for the three, or just go to the paint and make a play. He's not that type of player. Julius Randle want to bring the ball up and make plays. That don't work. Anthony Edwards bringing the ball up. It don't work. So it's on Ant, it's on coaching and they rotations. And I agree with what you said, Joe. The goal is just to get out of it. We know what they are. They got to get out of this year. They got to finish strong, get out of this year. They have been playing well down the stretch, but get out of this year. Figure out what you're doing with Julius Randle going forward. They didn't make any trades at the trade deadline. I wasn't really feeling that. I think this is a year of evaluation. Put your young guys out there, Terrence Shannon Jr., Rob Dillingham, all you Minot, all you young guys, put them out there, see what you got, and move forward like that, man. That's what I think the Wolves should do. But to me, they not a championship caliber team.
See, I agree a lot with what you said. All right. And by the way, you're right. Cat against Dallas shot 30% loss, 25% loss, 27% loss, 69% won, 45%. But last thing I want to say before we get out of here, Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. Right? What you said. Julius Randle is better when he's not on the floor. You mentioned leadership when it comes to Anthony Edwards, right? This when it comes to him, when Anthony Edwards on the court, sacrifices got to be happening because sometimes you need to give up to get more in the back end, right? Because you need Julius Randle down the stretch. You sometimes Shaq and Kobe, Phil used to go to Kobe like, yo, make sure a big fella happy. All right, I mean, I ain't got to worry about you, Kobe. You got to make sure a big fella happy. I ain't saying Julius Randle Shaq, but you get what I'm saying. Like sometimes you said, she's talking about a player. Julius Randle get through stretches when he's the guy. Like he would get 3 buckets in a row, 4 buckets in a row, and it's like, dang, God, dang, you know what I mean? So Anthony Edwards sometimes, I know you say he bring the ball up. I think Julius Randle is best when he's like at the 3-point line or somewhere in the mid post. You just give it to him, let him ISO and do his thing. And sometimes you got to get out of his way and let him do his thing. So I think if they just do that more, and Anthony Edwards just sacrifice more early in the game and down the stretch, you gain the confidence of Julius Randle, they'll be better off. But the best bet is just get rid of him next year.
It ain't working.
It ain't working.
It ain't working. At the end of the day, it's not working, in my opinion. It's not working, in my opinion.
All right, man. Great show, man. I know we rapped a little bit too much, AJ's
we was going today.
Yeah, shout out to Tomo. He came in with his 5 minutes. But my last words would be shout out to the whole R2 network. Shout out to the whole R2 family. Like AJ said, through the chats. Make sure you gotta tune into become a member so you can join our chats. We have a chat for every sport. Shout out to my boy AJ, my partner in crime for Unfazed. Shout out to you for winning the Super Bowl once again. If I were you, You probably hate me. I don't know. I be celebrating like crazy. I be celebrating. I like the Super Bowl shirt though. You know, I ain't got no pushback on the Eagles right now. They are winners. They're the winners of the 2024 season. So I gotta give y'all props until September. I'll keep it cordial with you until September. All right. Well,
I respect that.
Until the freezing sign starts, I might.
You gonna be right there like, no, we got it now. It's our time. I'm already knowing.
All right, you know, all right, I see how roster look. Sacramento Kings, man, tough March. I mean, tough February, tough March. Too.
Yeah.
We got a tough schedule, AJ. I mean, if I read out the opponents we got, it's crazy. But I ain't gonna do it. It's crazy. When you get a chance, go look at our schedule in March. It's wild. I told Trent, my boy Trent, who's a Kings fan, if we can get through March, we deserve to be in the playoffs. All right, so that's all I gotta say. And Commanders, man, I gotta do in the off-season AP. You see how we did? You gotta address that line on both sides of the ball. Address the line on both sides of the ball. Don't side T. Higgins. If you're gonna trade for him, go draft the receiver. You really want a receiver? Go draft one and use that money to fix that line in the defense. Cause we good on offense right now. Let's get it.
Oh man, my last words, Joe. I wanna pull this up real quick if I can find it quickly here. Let me see. Try to do this super quick because I want to get the number exact. Come on, folks. Low. My last words, man. Did you know that Jalen Hurts has the highest completion? I can't find it, bro. But Jalen Hurts has the highest completion percentage in Super Bowl history, bro. 73.3%. Did you know? I believe, and I want to get it on record, that Jalen Hurts is the second best big game quarterback in the NFL. I want to get this on record. The second best big game performer for a quarterback in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes. I said it. That's what's making the rankings hard, Joe. That's what's making it. Where did we put him? Because he got all these. He got this game. What's going on? He got this. But man, he got them Super Bowls. He got the NFC Championship game. And he got these moments in the regular season. So it's just make it hard because in the big moments, my dog show up and he delivered the goods, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of my last words, man. I'm still on cloud 59, man, with the birds, man. You know, so I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like a two-time champ. My Lombardi trophy is on the way to the crib. You know what I mean? Best believe I got me a replica. It's on my way to the crib. I might be able to have it next episode. We'll see. So, yeah, man, feeling great about my birds. I'm still watching all types of Eagles content. Lakers, you know, I really feel like we have potential. Something I didn't say. I'm trying to hold back on saying it. I wouldn't be shocked if I'm a champion in the NBA, too. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Luka and LeBron figure it out and we make a run in the NBA too. I might be wearing two shirts. I might have two flags on at the same time. That's kind of how I'm feeling, man. I mean, it's kind of how I'm feeling. So shout out to the Lakers, man. It's going to take some time. It's clear Luka is trying to work himself back from injury and figure things out. But I love what I'm seeing from everybody, especially Austin Reeves, man, stepping up, playing big in the absence of those guys, man. Brian get healthy soon. I know he got a sore ankle. I think he should be good going forward. But yeah, man, my last words are I feel good, man. It feels great to be a Eagles, a two-time Super Bowl champion, and a Laker fan, a team that's on the cusp of doing something special potentially. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling good, man. And for this episode for sure, I'll remain unfazed, baby.
Unfazed. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.